We are going to talk about dot plots today, which you have seen in elementary school, but we're going to review some vocabulary and maybe introduce a couple of different ones. So the first one that we'll talk about is when dot plots are symmetrical. Dot plots are symmetrical when they have like an even amount of data on both sides if you were to cut it in the middle. So if I were to kind of split my data in the middle right here, you'd notice that the left and the right side are pretty similar, right? Remember how rectangles are symmetrical and squares are symmetrical, like if you fold them down the middle? It means the same thing, we're just referring to points at this time. So on the right box, you're going to go ahead and write a sentence, and the sentence is going to say that the data is symmetrical because this data right here is symmetrical. Now, if you need a little bit more time to pause, go ahead and do that. Don't take too much time. But then let's go on to the next one that says we're going to talk about gaps. So there are gaps in this dot plot because you'll see data over here at 0, 1, and 2, but right here at 3 and 4, there's no dots, right? And then at 6 and 7, there's no dots. And the same thing for 9. So these are called gaps in distribution. So as our sentence, we are going to say that there are gaps in the data, right? Because we just discussed those. But then we're going to describe where they're at. Notice how I highlighted where those gaps were. We're going to put them into words. So we're going to say there are gaps in the data. But let's go ahead and describe where. We have at, and here is our first gap, right? So we're going to put 3 to 4, and then there was a dot, so we were good there. There's no gaps. But then there's a second one right here. We're going to talk about that one. We're going to put 6 to 7 because that was our next gap. And then we said there's one more, right? We said there was a gap at 9. So then we're going to put comma and at 9. So our sentence reads, there are gaps in the data at 3 to 4, 6 to 7, and at 9. So we went ahead and described all those gaps. Remember, if you need to pause to catch up, go ahead and do so. The next one we're going to discuss is clusters or clustered. And that's exactly what it sounds like. It's when dots are grouped or clustered in a certain area. So right now, a lot of our dots on this dot plot are grouped in a certain spot. Can you tell? Good. They are grouped or clustered right here, right? That's where the majority of them are at. It's kind of like a cluster of people, right? So for our sentence, we're going to say that there's a cluster, but we're also going to describe where that cluster is. So we're going to say the data is clustered, and then we're going to go ahead and describe where it's clustered. And notice how it's not just in one spot, right? It's in multiple numbers or multiple points on the number line. The majority of them are from 4 to 6. You see that? So that's exactly what we're going to write. We're going to say the data is clustered from 4 to 6. And that's it. Okay, last one that we're going to talk about is called a peak. And you can think about this as like a peak on a mountain, which would be the highest point. So it relates the same way when we talk about peaks for dot plots or peaks in data. So a peak is going to be the highest point. So you're going to look at all your dots and you're going to find at what number is it the highest or the tallest, or what number has the most dots. And hopefully you're noticing that that's at 2. So we're going to go ahead and describe that. We're going to say the peak of the data is at, and then we're going to write 2. So the peak of the data is at, and where did we say it was? 2. And again, it's because if you think about it as a mountain, that would have been the highest point. That would have been the peak. So the reason I had you go ahead and write sentences is because when you are asked these types of questions, they're in sentence form. So I wanted you to get used to seeing them. For this next part of your notes, we're going to go ahead and select all the correct statements on the dot plot right here. So we are going to discuss this one. Take maybe about 10 seconds to think about anything you notice about the dot plot. We went over a couple of things, so think about whether there are symmetrical, whether there's gaps, if it's clustered, and if there's any peaks, and that'll help us answer the questions next. So the first one we're going to check is the data distribution has a gap. True or false? What are you thinking? I would say true because we have a gap right here from 8 to 10, right? There's no dots. So we're going to go ahead and check this one as true. The next one says the data distribution is symmetric. Now remember, I told you like if you were to cut your data in the middle, does it look the same or does it look even on both sides? No, in this case it doesn't. This is false, so I'm not going to select that. There's more dots or data on the right side than there is on the left. Okay, the next one says the peak of the data is at 1. So remember, the peak is the highest point. Let's go ahead and look. I don't necessarily see a number 1, so that tells me that I have to fill in my number line. This is 0, this is 2 right here. Well, that means 1 has to be in the middle, right? And I can fill in the rest. Maybe that'll help me later. Okay, well, if I look at 1 and I think about my data as a mountain, is that the highest point or the peak of my mountain? No, so that's false. I don't want to go ahead and select that one. Okay, next one. The data distribution has an outlier. Okay, so this one I didn't review. This is a different vocabulary word. An outlier is like a random dot far away from all the other ones. I like to say that outliers are like outsiders. They're different. They're not next to everyone else. So looking at our data, do you think we have any outliers? If you're thinking yes, you are absolutely right. There's a random dot all the way over here at point 11, right? It's not next to any of the other dots. That is like an outsider. That one's different. So that is called an outlier. Okay, last one for this problem says the data is clustered from 1 to 4. So remember, clusters are when they're grouped really closely together in a certain area. Let's go ahead and find where 1 to 4 is. So that's right here. Are the majority of my dots at 1 to 4? Yes, they are. So we're going to go ahead and mark that as true. Next, you'll see on the bottom that there's a star question. So this was pulled from a star from last year. And it says the dot plot shows the number of packages mailed by the last 20 customers at a post office. Which statement best describes the data shown in the dot plot? So this is your moment to show what you know or what you've learned throughout the video. You're going to go through each statement. You're going to go through A, B, C, and D, and you're going to figure out which one is true, just like we did in the problem above. And then circle your answer. At that point, call your teacher over, and then they'll give you the next steps.